Hello, there's another video for Merc's 2nd edition, and we're going to look at House 9 of the F.C.C. Now, a little bit of background of the F.C.C. The F.C.C. basically want to eradicate megacons from the M.E.R.C.S universe. That's pretty much it. They will stop at nothing to complete that objective, and that is their main objective. House 9 have a thing where they have liaisons within each of the megacons. Some are more bothered about that than others, like the USCR. They don't really want the House 9 liaison to be there in any shape or form. Texco, there are rumours that Texco are working closely with the F.C.C, but them rumours haven't been that founded yet. House 9 are kind of guerrilla warfighters, hit and run tactics sort of thing. So let's begin with the corporate traits. Black Ops. House 9 may add a single Merc from any megacon. I've got a snuffly nose and a bit of cold. Just to prove, well, it doesn't prove it, but you know. So I apologise, bear with me. Yeah, Black Ops. House 9 may add a single Merc from any megacon to this group when being fielded if Liaison is in the skirmish. This is better because it used to mean you couldn't have a Merc from the same megacon as your opponent. Now if you knew your opponent well enough, that's fine, but if you didn't, kind of makes it worthless, but really does help. Kind of means you can have 6 models rather than just 5, from my understanding anyway. Debris crawl. House 9 may move through weak cover. Debris crawl may be used when with bounding. Might have to look on the Megacon Games website in the community forum, because this corporate trait is a little bit weird to use. From my understanding, it just means it doesn't offset Overwatch or things like that. So anyway, coming on to first, the House Master, or just the Master in this case. Stats: Initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 6, courage of 4, movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, armour failure of 5, interact of 4. Kit got semi-auto, or she's got semi-auto. Can shoot in short, medium and long range. 2 attacks, needing 6s, strength of 2. Attack and move, +2 to hit, and -1 movement. So it's if you want to move and shoot, you're only moving 1, but you need 8s to hit. Caltrops, you've got 2 of them. Can use them at base and short range. Throw 1, that's why it's short range. Template, frag, trap, not frag. That's the template, what it looks like. Trap. This trap stays in play until disarmed. Enemies move within 1 card length of this token have their movement points reduced by 1 and suffer 2 blood. So it's effectively blocking people's waypoints off. That's pretty much what it does. Nothing more, nothing less, really. There's tactical sense in this, which mean in that you can control where people move. I mean, can be used when bounding. So if someone's coming after you, I suppose you can run off and throw them behind you to make people go around and block 5 points off, so you can shoot them where you want them. So that's nice. So personal abilities, if the camera will focus. Inspiring: all members of this team within 1 card, including this Merc, may reroll 1 attack d10. It used to be leadership, but that's alright. Bounty: before the skirmish, this Merc may select a target. If that target is killed, all his team members increase their attack rolls by 1 as long as this Merc is still alive. So that basically means
if you've got this model, you choose one of the opponent to be the target. If that opposing model dies, then everyone on your team gets +1 to hit effectively, which is pretty good. Attack and move. This Merc. Well, I've just done that for the semi-auto. So, moving on to the engineer. Initiative mod 5/1, reaction of 5, courage of 5, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure of 6, interact of 5. So we've got carbine, can shoot in base, short, and medium range. 2 attacks needing 4, strength of 2, attack and move, which with the carbine it's just +2 to hit if you move and shoot. Repair kit, got 2 of them. Can only use base range, act and move, which means you can move and use them, or use them and move, that sort of thing. And repair means you automatically repair broken armour. So, personal abilities, be careful, be very careful. If this Merc is in the skirmish, he may add 1 no trap token to the trap supply, and team members in short range decrease their trap rolls by 2. This is pretty much only useful against Texaco. Next to useless against everyone else. Also, he's got hip shot. This Merc reduces his firing number by 1. This is applied, that's why his firing number is a 4 rather than a 5. So, coming on to next, Boomer. Initiative mod 5/2, reaction of 4, courage of 5, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure of 6, interact of 5. So, the only thing he's got is a heavy gun. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is not normal. Yeah, it's basically a grenade launcher. Short, medium range, can't fire at base range or long range. 1 attack needing 4, strength of 3. Attack, move, load, template mode. Oh, excuse me. So template is that small thing. Mode, frag, toxin. This Merc may use different ammo type when firing this weapon. The strength 3 is why it's a frag grenade is why it's strength 3. Toxin 2 for the toxin grenade. If this attack is successful, place a toxin token in the targeted area for 2 rounds. In the refresh phase, any targets in the short range of this token suffer 1 blood. That's pretty good. It basically means, and it does work against friendlies, it means anyone that's near it won't, at the start of the next turn, if they started there, take damage. Against slow moving factions, this is a must. If you get someone like U.S.C.R, you really want to take this guy. Load just means you need to wait a turn to fire with this weapon. Doesn't matter what firing mode it's going in. You still have to wait a turn because the grenade launcher has to load the grenades in. Attack and move. It's just the same as the semi-auto. There's a siren on telly. I think the police have found what I'm doing. So what he's got is lucky. This Merc may negate 1 attack success against himself per skirmish, which just means he ignores 1 hit per game, even against a nuke. Flesh wound. This Merc ignores the first blood taken per skirmish. Just means automatically ignores the first blood he's taken per game. So whatever you do, don't use lucky, otherwise it's lost. Well, if you're on the first blood anyway. So coming on to the Juicer. Initiative mod 5/1, reaction of 5, courage of 6, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure of 6, interact of 6. So kit has got carbine, same as the Engineer's carbine, so nothing new there except the FN5. Enhancers, got 3 of them. Base range, so he has to be in base range of someone to use it. Booster 2, Adrenaline 2, active move just means you can move and use them, or use them and move, that sort of thing. Booster 2 means it works for 2 turns. Adrenaline 2, yeah, under the effects of Adrenaline 2, this Merc has his courage roll increased by 1, reaction increased by 2, increases attack rolls by 2, which just means, well, it's got 3. It just means, for example, if used on himself, he'd need 3s hits rather than 5s. They've got 3 of them, so once he's used all 3, they're gone. So personal abilities. Think of the future. If this Merc takes the hold action, in addition to the bonus initiative modifier, he increases his next attack dice roll by 1, which is pretty good. I know the way. This Merc gains 1 additional movement point if he is the bounding target. So if he bounds, he gets up to 5 movement, which is pretty good. So coming on to the member, the house member, as it were. I wish to call it that. Initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 5, courage of 5, movement of 2, blood of 4, armour of 2, arm failure of 5, interact of 5. So we've got semi-auto, just like the leaders, nothing new there. But it's got a universal, so it can be used as a 1 attack, strength 1 melee weapon, so that's something. That's something. It's also got a med kit. It heals 2 health, and you can move and use it, which is pretty good. Heroic. This Merc increases his dice rolls by 1 at medium and long range from his team members. Just means if he stays away from everyone else, he gets a bonus to hit. Tough as they come. This Merc has 1 additional blood. This is blind. This is why he's got 4 health rather than 3. So nothing bad with him. So coming on. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, coming on to the Liaison, one of the most important members of the team. Initiative modifier of 0, reaction of 4, courage of 7, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 1, armour failure of 7, interact of 6. So we've got machine pistol, base and short range, 2 attacks needing 5s, strength of 1, attack and move, plus 1 to hit, but you can move 3 card lengths, so most of the time you should be in range to shoot, even though it is only strength 1. LDHF barrier cover, it just means he's in, yeah, this Merc isn't considered to be in weak cover and cannot be flanked. That's when he's in the open, and if opponents are coming in shooting at him from the sides, no problem. So his personal abilities: Communicator. Once per skirmish, this Merc may select 1 team member in line of sight and grant them another activation at initiative 2. Act 2 just explains it a bit more, just saying the same thing. It just means once per game you can tell someone else to get another turn unless their initiative roll was a 1 or a 2, which in that case it's lost. Civilian. Mercs targeting this figure decrease their attack rolls by 1, which is pretty good. Yeah, it just does that. It's pretty good. It just means he stays out longer, and just means got more chance to use Communicator. So coming on to the 7th model, the Saboteur. So initiative modifier of 1, reaction of 4, courage of 4, movement of 3, blood of 3, armour of 0, armour failure of 0, interact of 8. So he's got a carbine, same as the other carbines, and nothing new. Incendiaries, he's got 2 of them, 1 attack, strength 3, throw 2, that's why it's base short or medium range. Template, burning 2. That's the template. It's pretty short, but it's a Molotov cocktail, so it's just a makeshift explosive. Burning 2. If this attack is successful, the target's armor failure and courage rolls are decreased by 1 for 2 rounds. In addition, the target gains burning 2 2 burning tokens, sorry, and is considered suppressed for 2 rounds. Being suppressed for 2 rounds just decreases FN. Sorry, increases your FN by 1. So that's not bad. So personal ability civilian. Mercs attacking this figure decrease their attack rolls by 1, same as the Liaison. Resourceful. This Merc does not need to roll when interacting with objectives, and the interaction takes 1 round less. Good for scenarios where you have to take computer terminals and whatnot. I liked what he had before Martyr, where when he died everyone else got a boost to their dice rolls, but fine. Nothing wrong with him, he's alright. He's just a stressed out bloke with nothing else to live for, with a tar on his head, an AK-47 and Molotov cocktails. There you go. So coming on to the 3 new guys, starting with Spy. So, Initiative Mod 5-1, Reaction of 7, Courage of 5, Movement of 3, Blood of 3, Armour of 1, Armour Failure of 5, Interact of 6. He's got a machete, base range because it's a melee weapon, 1 attack, Strength 1, Melee 1, which just increases dice rolls by 1. It's a melee weapon. He's got 2 MP grenades, short, base and short range, active move, template, throw 1 EMP. No one, I think there's one other that can throw grenades, but apart from him and one other, I can't remember what it is, no one else can throw grenades. That is an amazing ability. It means you can move 3 and still throw it, which is pretty good. And EMP means if the target is affected by an EMP grenade, their armour is automatically broken, which, there you go. If you're against a slow moving faction like a U.S.C.R, you take this guy as well. You take this guy, you take the Boomer, you possibly take the Housemaster, you go to town on slowing them down. I mean, against maybe faster factions like trying to think now, Kenvar. Yeah, against Kenvar, this guy would be pretty good because with the EMP grenades he'd just shut people down with no problem. So, personal abilities. This Merc may perform melee attack after a move at no penalty, increase his weapon's melee attack roll by 2. This just means he's got a melee modifier of 3 rather than 1, but it's just the wrong way around putting it. Stay frosty. All the members of this team at short range of this Merc may re-roll their initiative. A brilliant ability. If you put him near to the Housemaster, it can kind of combat that in and just make it really, really powerful. Or you can rush him out and EMP people. With this guy, yes, he's got low armour and crap armour failure, but this guy will shut people down and help you to kill others pretty effectively. So coming on to what effectively is House 9 Sniper, the Bedouin. Initiative mod 5-0, reaction of 6, courage of 8, so he's pretty scared of everything. Movement of 3, blood of 4, armour of 0, armour failure of 0, interact of 6. So he's got a single shot weapon, which is short, medium, long range, can't shoot at base. 1 attack needing 4, strength 2, aim. So aim means if you wait a turn, if you say you're aiming, on the turn after it's -2 FN, so it needs 2s to hit rather than 4s on that turn after. You know, on the turn after that, it's always going to be a 4 unless you aim. So he's also got a smoke grenade, I've got one of them. Base short range, throw 1, smoke 2. Yeah, that's the template of the grenade. Smoke 2, lasts for 2 turns. Place smoke token at the targeted location. If the template blocks line of sight between Mercs, the attacking Merc decrease their attack rolls by 2. So if the smoke's in between 2 models, then whoever's targeting will +2 to their their FN. In addition, this Merc within the template have their reaction increased by 2. This effect lasts for 2 rounds. So effectively you could have this guy just set up the smoke grenade right next to his team members and be really defended. So personal abilities: rinse and repeat. If this Merc attacks the same target as last round, he increases the attack roll by 1 and increases weapon strength by 1. I'm pretty sure this doesn't stack. It's just going to be FNs of 3 and strength of 3, which is still pretty good considering you can use it each turn. And sleight of hand: if this Merc suffers no low penalty, he does not have to wait around between attacks this is applied. That's why he doesn't have to wait. Rinse and repeat, I can see that being good. Yeah, there's no reason why he's got 4 health other than a sniper's going to be pretty useless if he's got no armour. But that's a double-edged sword in that templates do twice as much damage, but he doesn't suffer arm failure. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. Coming on to the last one, the Shock Trooper. So initiative modifier of 2, reaction of 6, courage of 6, movement of 2, blood of 3, armour of 2, armour of failure of 5, interact of 6. So he's got carbine, same as any other carbine. Got 2 flashbangs, can throw them within base or short range. Throw 1, stun 2 template, and the template is pretty small like a lot of other grenades for this faction. Stun 2, each target suffering from stun 2 cannot activate for 2 rounds. The duration of this effect is only reduced when a Merc would activate during a round. So effectively, any model that's affected by flashbangs need to wait 2 turns before they can do anything. So personal abilities: hot potato. This Merc may relocate any grenade placed in short range to another location in short range of this Merc. With all the different types of grenades going off in this faction, you could just throw grenades wherever you wanted. I don't think that applies with the boomer. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But with the MP grenades, with the smoke grenades, you have so much choice of what you want to do. Motivated, this Merc may snap to cover twice per activation, which is pretty good. You could snap round the corner, shoot, then snap back round again. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, this faction is low armoured. They're kind of tied with House 4 and Sadafu for the lowest armour. Saying that though, they're really sneaky. If you can make them work, which I've never been able to do, you will make these work really well. There's no downside to these apart from the House 9 Black Ops thing not affecting the different types of grenades you can have with the boomer, but considering he's got acid grenades as well, that's relevant. My biggest problem with these is the models. I mean, I'll just show you what I mean. I mean, these 3 look very identical. It's good for confusing your opponent, but it's also good for confusing the player using them as well. So that's it for House 9. A sneaky faction, not a good starter faction, but if you can make them work, fantastic. So that's it for now. Goodbye.